is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal week 7, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Going right back to Akers. Stays on his feet. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And the Rams sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Now Prescott. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, Lance. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Fancy footwork at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a play fake. Lance. And that is incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
On second down, it's Pollard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll lose yardage.
Yo, that shit's dead.
15. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On play action, Lance. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And Lance now to throw. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a big play.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry!
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Pollard will take it up the gut. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Fielded at the 43. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lance wants to change him up. Back to throw now on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
To throw is Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. This is taken at the 23. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
A give running right is Akers.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Going to 53. Go, get out there, What do you think?
Final play of the half, Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Michael Davis.
He's on his way.
Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
This 2nd and 4.
Steal. Check steal.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Here's Lance. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Now Lance. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
If you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Prescott.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Williams brings it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett.
At the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Prescott. He's got it to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And now the rookie's free. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Second down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers from 6 yards away. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Prescott.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott.
And his throw is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Dak. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Hey, kill.
Here's Prescott.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he'll get a first down here up to the 25, but that clock still moving. Now Dak. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a...
And this is caught at the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some
conversion.
sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for Dallas, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew.